All right, guys, welcome back for another video. Today, we're going to be going over just a little bit of a theory video today. So, this producer's letter in Dokkan that came out roughly 3 days ago, it, it released the information for this new Broly, and a lot of us have been speculating now. Can we get a potential part 3 since this is the first time since Global and JP are synced fully for the year that we're going to get this new campaign, right? So this is what they're calling it. Originally for JP, this is the Tanabata campaign. This would be the time frame that they would have that celebration. Now it's called the Transcendent Dokkan campaign, and so far it has a couple of differences. One being that they've chosen two extreme class characters, really and truly, to lead the celebration. It's going to be this Frieza slash Gogeta, and then obviously the new Broly unit, which is leaving a lot of us to believe that we could get one more tag unit, one more tag LR actually, to finish out the year, to kind of round out this whole celebration being around movie heroes and movie bosses. The only superclass character that we got in this celebration is this Vegeta. And I want for everybody to know that this is just base form Vegeta from the start of the movie when him and Broly have their like slight like little bitty battle in the middle. A lot more of his fighting takes place when he goes Super Saiyan and then subsequently when he goes God. Now, we were thinking that we could get something like this. I believed we have the opportunity to get a Super Saiyan God Vegeta from this fight, or even a Super Saiyan Vegeta that goes Super Saiyan God. I mean, this is Vegeta from that same movie. We don't have that transformation scene in Dokkan. I think it's still to this day. This movie has two of the greatest transformation scenes for both Goku and Vegeta, but specifically Vegeta's transformation scene from Super Saiyan, going Super Saiyan, and then his transformation going into Super Saiyan God has not really been animated or touched, and he has a lot of fighting that he does with Broly in that short span. I think this would work for a perfect Part 3 LR. I know a lot of people have been saying next, like, 2 to 3 weeks from now we can be seeing the next Dokkan Fest. I do believe that this slot could be also reserved for them to do a like subtle part 3, because if we notice last campaign for the GDC, the worldwide campaign, like literally a month ago, they normally wouldn't have the extra part, the EX part, which allowed us to get this, tag Gohan and basically a couple more units going with it. This Gohan and then obviously the EZAs that followed. And what's really bugging a lot of people, including myself, is the fact that they've only gone with the extreme side of this celebration. They've only released him, and then we have the EZAs coming up for this Broly, the STR base form Broly from the planet Vampa, and then we have the Super EZA coming for the second Humming Broly movie. These two characters, they're going to be phenomenal for Frieza's buff, for him to activate that turn 1 target mechanic active skill. Unfortunately, though, they haven't been buffing the actual regular superhero, like movie bosses characters. So we've been looking for this Vegeta getting something along the lines of a strong baseline Saiyan character from the movie heroes that can lead movie heroes. I could also see them doing something like this. A tag Vegeta, he can be Super Saiyan or Super Saiyan God, and then his tag is Goku that also goes, in transform forms. Because if we remember, Goku has an amazing transformation sequence from this movie that has not been animated yet at all. His transformation sequence from Super Saiyan God has not been done yet, or his transformation into Blue. I think we could get either one of those. This Blue Goku, obviously, he's wearing the coat as part of the 5th year anniversary's like free-to-play unit. But we don't have a Blue Goku that's fighting on the ice with all those animations still. And no, with Dokkan, it's a little weird getting a celebration that is just oriented around heroes, not heroes, but around villains without any hero or super class characters in the mix. I mean, we got the Vegeta, but it is truly it is truly something to behold if they let this opportunity slide. We could also see a couple more like superhero or just movie hero characters get their EZA. Now let me just pull up this guy. I think he would be the fastest to get to them. So a lot of people have been suggesting the ROF Blues. I think that works perfectly in tandem with this celebration, with the fact that they have already EZA'd the Frieza, and they've already given what is called this tag Gogeta, tag Frieza enough buffs to kind of get this first part of his active skill going. But his second requires, let's see, where is it at? His second part of his active skill, which is the Gogeta portion, it requires him to have 3 super class characters on the team. Now that's kind of difficult because the characters they want us to run, they just can't perform well in difficult content. We have some like the LR gods, they still can handle their own business, but apart from that, we definitely need an overhaul of the superhero or the movie hero category in itself. A lot of it's relying on just old units, if I'm going to be real. So you have PyCon, which is pretty decent. Powerful Goku is Path of Power Goku is pretty decent. The Gods is pretty decent, but none of these units are doing damage, and Frieza himself is only doing damage in specific rotations where he's getting hit or when you swap into Gogeta. So it's a turn 4 that we're really looking for him to really start doing damage. Everybody else on this team, they're really niche. They have a really small window where you can use them, and it's not for this content right now because they're hitting too hard for this domain. He's turn 1 dead. You still can be effective, but you need to take a hit, which is kind of counterintuitive to what we were looking for. He's too weak in base form, so we can't really look for this base Gogeta to do anything, or not base, but Super Saiyan Gogeta to do anything. So we're looking really at the EZAs that they can do. I don't think they're going to go with the superhero characters for the EZA. Unfortunately, I know a lot of people want the Beast Gohan or Ultimate Gohan that goes Beast in his active skill to get one. Really, I just believe that they might save this for a major big time celebration down the line. I think maybe Golden Week or probably Anniversary, probably part 2 of Anniversary, they can go back to superhero and do a tag character for these 2 guys, or either in a tag, another variant of a tag of Gamma 1 and 2. I think that works, but I think the ROF Blues have a shot. They haven't EZA'd yet, and they desperately need an EZA to be any bit viable in the new current content. Because when they came out, there were just a bunch of stats. Now, I do think them kind of splitting up the Golden Frieza and this unit would be a poor choice on Dokkan's part. Because it's just, do you think that they're going to come back to the celebration and drop another Blue Goku standalone or Vegeta standalone? They absolutely could, but it would work well if they paired that with the Frieza that just came out also, the EZA for Golden Frieza. He's an absolute monster. They made him a lot more viable, as he was always a good character when he came out, but now they made him more defensively oriented to last longer in fights. So it's something that we can use more, and especially in longer difficult content with his damage reduction being buffed in ways. So I'm thinking we can get counterparts to that Frieza being the Super Saiyan God and the Super Saiyan Blues. I think these Vegeta could get a new unit or tag, and I think these guys we can be seeing them get their EZA in that potential part 3. We can even get a standalone base Goku if they want to go crazy for us to just go standard base form Goku that transforms into blue from this fight, because he does fight a little bit in base form in the actual anime. In the movie, it's more so of he just powers up and goes blue. So they do have that they can work with. And then Vegeta does, he has a lot more attacks that just, none of this Vegeta's attacks in the tag mechanic, like, none of this is things that he actually does. Like, yes, he does, beat down Frieza, but none of the actual animations that they are doing, he's not doing that in the fight at all. The gut punch is one, and yeah, this is just. And then this is portion of like the what if Vegeta actually landed the attack. But a lot of it is not something that actually happened, which they could just go full out and animate that portion of the card that actually does the devastating attacks that we want to see. Even this Vegeta can have a counter. This Vegeta can have a counter as well. So it's just right in Dokkan's hands to let this celebration actually flourish to be, top tier. I think that would be perfect to let the GDC campaign kind of just ride out into the sunset. You get this campaign that actually just gets to flourish as well, and then Dokkan is going to be living great until the 11th anniversary. But that pretty much was it. That if there was anything else, let me know. Put that down below in the chat, and we'll see. But I think that this celebration is probably going to go down as probably one of the best in Dokkan history. They just have so much that they're adding to it. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.
How dare you defy a god! I will destroy you!
Your fight ends.